Grade 11s, welcome to another video where I am quickly going to run through fractional exponents and roots, and where they actually ask you now to simplify without the use of a calculator. So you'll see it's the ones that we practiced in video number 2. If you just need a reminder, I'm scrolling up through it. So these ones we practiced, and now we're going to use this practice into simplifying the following questions. All right, so let's quickly look at number 1. They say to you, simplify the following without using a calculator. Very important, you cannot use your calculator. Okay, so to get the square root away, we're going to say inside over outside. So 32 raised to the power 2 over 5 inside divided by the outside. Okay, sorry, that gives me 2 over 10. I'm already making mistakes so early in the morning. Okay, and that gives you simplified 1 over 5. So that gives you 32 to the power 1 over 5. Then we want to break down 32 into a product of its primes, which is going to be 2 to the power 5 raised further to the power of 5th. And then we're going to say, what is a 5 times a 5th? It will be 5 times 1 is 5. 5 over 5 is 1. So your answer is 2. Okay, for the next one, we want to break down this 8 into a product of its primes. He's the only one that is not a prime number as a base. So that will become 2 to the power of 3. That 3 pushes up, multiplies with the x as well as the 1. And 1 times 3 is 3. Times 2 to the power 1 minus x all over. And now please remember the square root here. Remember there's a 1 on the inside, there's a 2 on the outside, which will make that 2 to the power a half. And that gets further raised to 4x minus 2. Okay, so I'm just displaying it over there. So now I'm going to write my 2 over here, and then I'm going to distribute my half in. And a half times 4x is 2x, minus a half of 2 is 1. And then I'm going to take it further over here. Let me just erase this so you don't get confused. And now I'm going to multiply my top bases. I keep my same base and I add my exponents. So what is 3x minus x is 2x. And 3 plus 1 is a positive 4. Over 2 to the power 2x minus 1. And then I just need to keep my same base and subtract my exponents. So if you are scared that you make a mistake, rather write it out. Minus 2x minus 1. Distribute that negative in. Make sure to multiply both, and that will become a plus 1. So 2x minus 2x falls away, and 4 plus 1 is 5. And then you can simplify that as well. 2 to the power of 5 is 32. Okay, number 3 over here. I always like to explain it with different colors. So we want to simplify the inside first. So this 3, the cube root is going to stay there, and I'm going to simplify my inside. So 3, remember that's a square root inside, so it's going to be x to the power 3 over 2, because how do I get that square root away? It's inside, the exponent on the inside, divided by the exponent on the outside. Okay, and now I'm going to take it further, and again, I'm going to say it's my inside divided by my outside. And as you know, we never divide. So I'm going to times and tip. Those 3's cancel out. Let me just see, what did I do there? Sorry. So thus it's going to be x to the power a half. And you can rewrite that as the square root of x as well. Okay. All right, with the next section, operation with surds, please remember that the square root of 3 times the square root of 3 is equal to. Okay, so now you can do, remember what you can do, you can bring them all together under one square root, because remember you were taught that if you have a square root of two numbers multiplying with each other, that you can split them. You cannot split them when there's a plus and a minus underneath the square root, but you can when it is a multiplication. Okay, so you can write it like that, and then you will have the square root of 3 times 3 is 9, which is equal to the square root of 9 is 3. So when you multiply two square roots of 3's, just remember that your answer is going to be the inside of one of those square roots. Okay, obviously the number must be the same. So your answer is 3. So I'm going to leave that there on the side so that we can refer back to it. And this is just a foiling sum. We're going to sort of close up our -3, and the 5 is going to multiply first inside, and then we're going to do the other side. So 5 times 5 is 25, plus 5 times the square root of 3 is 5 times the square root of 3. And now we're going to open up our -3. We can close the 5 up, and a -3 times a negative square root of 3 times 5 is -5 square root of 3. And a negative times a positive is a negative. And remember, like I showed you, your answer is 3. Okay, so now this will cancel out, or this will become 0. Plus that minus that. Can you see it's the difference of two perfect squares? Gives you 25 minus 3, which is 22. Okay, that wasn't too hard. Let me just open up that 5 again. Okay, again with this one, what we're going to do is we can expand it first if you want. Lots of people struggle with the short method, and you can FOIL it out as normal. Another way of doing it is you can just do the short way, where you take the 5 and you square it, which gives you 25. Then the next step is when you multiply these two together and you times it by 2. So 5 times the square root of 3 is 5 square root of 3 times 2 is the 10. So positive times a negative is a -10 square root of 3. And a negative, now we've got this last part, negative to the power 2 is a positive, and the square root of 3 square rooted basically cancels out, which gives you 3. So 25 plus 3 is 28, minus 10 square root of 3. And that is your answer. If that was a bit hard for you, you can rather just FOIL out as normal. 5 square root of 3 plus 3. And simplify that, and then get your answer as well. Okay. Let's quickly look at this, number 3. Okay, first steps first, we want to get rid of our square roots. So 50 is going to become 1 over 2, so 50 to the power of half, minus 2 to the power of half, over 8 to the power also a half. Next step, we want to break down the 50 and the 8 into a product of its primes, and that will be for 50, it's going to be 2 times 5 squared, all raised to the power of half, minus 2 to the power of half, over, and 8 becomes, sorry, there goes our intercom, and 8 becomes 2 to the power 3, all raised to the power of half. Okay, now we're going to simplify, so it's going to be 2 to the power of half times 5 to the power, 2 times a half is 1, minus 2 to the power of half, all over, sorry again, 2 to the power 3 over 2. All right, so now at the top we can keep our same base. Oh, sorry, it's multiplication and minus. All right, so I have to factorize. So can you see that we've got one term over here and another term over there? So I'm going to take out 2 to the power of half, and what is left? 5 minus 1, all over 2 to the power 3 over 2. So that will become 2 to the power half times by 5 minus 1 is 4, divided by 2 to the power 3 over 2. And then I can simplify this over there. So 2 to the power half minus 3 over 2 times by 4. And you can just put that in your calculator. A half minus 3 over 2 gives you 2 to the power negative 1 times 4, which gives you 4 over 2 because you want to make it a positive exponent, and your answer is 2. Well done for chipping away at it. Okay, and then I just changed number 4 just to have the cube root as well, so that we've got an example of that. So then I'm going to take my cube root away, which is 16 to the power inside over outside, which is a third, minus 54 to the power also 1 over 3 is also a third, and 2 to the power inside over outside, also a third. Then I'm going to change my numbers that are not prime numbers into a product of its primes, like so. So I've got 2 to the power 4, which was 16. Now it's all raised to the power a third. So it will be 2 to the power 4 times a third is 4 over 3. Minus, and here each one gets the third. So 2 to the power third as well as the 3. And 3 times a third is 1. Over 2 to the power a third. Now at the top, I know it looks a little bit funny, but I can take out 2 to the power third. So if I take out 2 to the power a third, can you see 4 over 3 minus 1 over 3 is 3 over 3. Why? Because when you multiply with exponents, you add the exponents. You keep your same base and you add the exponents. So I just want to show you what is left. There's going to be a 2 left over here. And if you add, we can put the 1 there. 1 plus a third gives you 4 over 3, like it shows here. Okay, so you just need to wangle, and if you can't remember, just please remember that you add your exponents. So you multiply your base and you add these two exponents. All right, minus, I took out 2 to the power 3, and I'm left with a 3 over there, over 2 to the power 3, a third, sorry, those two cancel out, and then I'm left with 2 minus 3, which is negative 1. All right, so this is the video for today. I hope it helps you. Just doing a little bit every day helps a lot through the long run. And please remember to study, to know and to understand, not just to study to pass the next day. You want to retain all this knowledge that you are getting through these videos. Okay, the next video we're going to do rationalizing the denominator. Lots of you maybe missed it, you didn't listen so carefully, or you just need a reminder again how to rationalize the denominator. So please look out for video number 4 coming up. Okay, thank you so much for watching grade 11s. Have a great day further. Bye.